What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tay, and today we're going to talk about visitation in prison today. How it works, what happens, and can you really smuggle stuff in visitation? So if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and that like button if you enjoy this video. And my name is Dante. I was sentenced to 10 years in prison. I did 8 years and 9 months. And while I was locked up, I really didn't get that many visits. Honestly, I didn't get that many visits. My mother was probably the main person to come see me, and which is crazy because she spent majority of my time in prison overseas. So whenever she did come into the States, she did come visit me at the different yards that I was at. And seeing her face was always wonderful. It was always lovely because anytime you're locked up and you hear your name get called for visitation, that is one of the most, it was like one of the best feelings when you're locked up. Somebody took their time to come see you, and it really means a lot because when you're locked up, you don't have nobody. You're surrounded by people who aren't your friends, but they're your friends for the moment, if that makes sense. You have to get used to these people. Some people are very, don't get me wrong, there are some great people back there who are locked up, but then there are some people who just, they use you, and it's prison. You know who you are surrounded by. So when your name gets called, you get around somebody that you know, familiarity, and that's just a beautiful thing. So, of course, my sister came to visit me, my homeboy came to visit me once, a friend came to visit me. So I did have a few visits, but my mom, she was the one who came to see me consistently, always. She was always coming to see me. So shout out to you, Mom, for real, because you don't have no idea what those visits meant to me. But yeah, visitation in prison. So I'm always talking about like different levels of yards. We have like a level 3 yard, level 2, and a level 1 yards. Those yards all depends on the time and the charge that you have and whatever they classify you. So if you come in with like an armed robbery, murder charge, kidnapping, rape, something serious like that, you're definitely going to a level 3 yard, maybe a level 2 yard, and probably never a level 1 yard unless you've been locked up for a while. So let's say if you have an armed robbery charge like I had, you had to do a little bit of time before they trusted you to go down to a level 2 or level 1 yard. So that's the scenario that I was in. I went immediately to a level 3 yard, where visitations on level 3 yards, they're very similar to level 2. They're treated the exact same because these are closed facilities. You'll see the gates, you'll see all the barbed wire and all that good stuff outside the facilities, to where when the prisoners come in, they are subject to being shaken down themselves, where they can get strip searched if the guards ask them to get searched or something like that. But I don't think my mother has ever gone to where she had to get strip searched. I don't think nobody has ever gone through that I know of as visitors, but they just have the signs that you know that you can get strip searched. But they do definitely check you and check your purses, and they do a good enough search to make sure that you don't have contraband on you, supposedly. But yeah, that's how visitation goes on like level 2 yards. And level 1s is pretty much the same thing with the visitors, how they process them in, and inmates. Like, you're subject to get strip searched before and after the visit, which is just, I'm not gonna say crazy because I get it. People do smuggle stuff in from visitation. That is one of the best ways to get items in and out of prison, is visitation. But yeah, on visitation days, sometimes they can just be a little bit extra about it. Yeah, like they really can be a little bit extra about it. Like, make you cough 4 and 5 times. It's like, dude, do I really need to cough that much? But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But a normal visitation is like level 3 yards. You go to the visiting room. You're not in handcuffs. You're not in shackles or anything. That you just go in visitation, hands free, like you're going to see somebody. There's not the visitation behind the glass and the phone thing, unless that's jail. You see that in jail. You won't see that in prison. You get like face-to-face contact visits. Conjugal visits are not a thing in my state, at least. Wish they were, because that would have been wonderful. Although your boy may or may not have had some kanji while he was in prison. May do a video on that one day. But yeah, that's all visitation is. It's literally people coming, you're seeing at a table across from each other. They are very strict when it comes to like no holding, no touching, no kissing. Like when you first meet somebody, you can come in and initially give them that nice little peck if it's your girlfriend or somebody like that. But besides that, they don't want to see no tongue action, no grabbing the booty and stuff like that. Depending on the guard, certain people get away with certain things, but it's not supposed to be. Like, they're very petty when it comes to stuff like that. Like, yo, bro, I've been down 4 years. I ain't seen my girl in 6 months. Let me get a kiss. But it is what it is. Yeah, but level 1 yards it's a little bit better because it's like they offer a little bit more even with like the snacks and everything. You can literally get stuff ordered on certain occasions. Like on Mother's Day, they may order from a certain place, or they may even have somebody out there cooking on the grill and you can order food from them. The money will benefit the prison, but you know how that goes. So they might go to a certain restaurant or something and have food pre-ordered if you know you're gonna get a visitation. So that's probably some of the benefits on being a level 1 yard. But level 2 and 3 yards is straight snack machine action. Whatever's in the snack machine is what you're gonna eat. But they also have like the little burgers and little Philly cheesesteaks and just like different foods in the snack machines that they don't offer on the yard. So that's another good reason to go to Visitation, because you get to eat a little bit better than you would if you were in prison. So yeah, Visitations, the main things with Visitation, man, like I said, obviously you can't do none of the kissing stuff and holding and stuff like that, but it's the comfort of being around somebody that you know, family, friend, whatever it is. And that's on whatever level that you're on, no matter what yard you're on. Now, if you're on lockdown, if you're on death row, you may do like video visitations, or you will do the visitation behind the glass. They really don't trust death row inmates. There was a time that I worked on death row actually as the cleanup guy. So I was up there cleaning for all of the inmates, and they kind of like give you the rundown, but they kind of live pretty decently, man. They all had TVs, they all had like DVD, like they have certain things that we can't as inmates have. But then again, they are on death row, so why not give them the last few pleasures of their life that they're gonna have? Visitation is all depends on what yard you're on. Like sometimes they do visitation by like your last name. So A through K will do it 1 week, and then L through Z will do it 1 week or 1 day. Fridays will be A through K, and then Saturday will be L through Z. Or if you're on a yard where they just let everybody come visit you, it doesn't even matter. If they can fit that many visits, they'll let everybody come. So it just all depends. And then Saturdays and Sundays obviously is days most people come and they get visits because it's the weekend. You know, everybody loves getting visits on the weekend. You got time, much of free time. Your people come see you. You got to go out there on the yard and just have a good time. They have like outside visitation area too, or you can stay inside where it's nice and musty and you can hardly breathe. But either way, they have visitation. You can see your family. I guess that's all you can really talk about when it comes to visitation, like the snacks and stuff that they provide. How do they actually treat you when you come back from visitation? Like I said, they do violate you a little bit to make sure that you're not bringing nothing back. Sometimes they'll just let you go. If they trust you, they'll just let you go, and those be the people who bringing back the most stuff. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how that works. I personally always enjoy my visits because, again, we take a lot of stuff for granted when we're on the streets, like our parents and the ones who love us and stuff like that. And like my mom came through in a clutch, man. Like my mom, she was a real rock star. My aunt, she came through in a clutch too a lot. But yeah, my mom, man, because, you know, I wasn't getting letters while I was locked up. So like the visits were the moments I'm like, yeah, like super excited, man. Because having that little time with your mom, man, it's wonderful. You know, it's wonderful. There would be visits, I'm not gonna lie, where she would come and we would run out of words to say and talk. But, you know, just the fact that she was there, that was life-saving. Because, man, doing time sucks and it's hard, man, because you go through so much, especially like in the beginning. Like in the beginning, for the people who just go to prison, like I think that's the truest part. When you first go to prison, people are going to try you. You really have to feel your way around and get to know what prison is about. Because if you go in there just thinking you tough shit, then you ain't gonna make. I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna make it, because a lot of people made it, but you're just gonna have a hard time in prison. And if you go in there being soft, you're gonna have a hard time in prison. You just need to go in there and mind your business, and that's it, man. Just go in there and mind your business and keep it moving, man. Just be you at the end of the day, I guess. But if you are one of those personalities where you have a loud mouth and you like getting your ass kicked, then that's what's gonna happen. But this has nothing to do with visitation. I'm just going on the whole ramble right now. But yeah, man, good old visits. I'm so glad I don't have to worry about that no more, man. Worrying about getting a visit 1 or 2 days a week, and then holidays. Like they do certain holiday visitations, which is good. They add certain days, like a week before Christmas. They'll open up some like weekdays for people to come visit that you normally don't have. They may even extend the hours, or it's it's really laid back, man. It's really laid back on Visitation. I'm not gonna lie. You do have 1 or 2 guards. Again, that's just the personality of the guards too, though. You have 1 or 2 who walk around and just like all up in your business, making sure like it's just they want you miserable. You're locked up, so they want you miserable. But anyways, I guess that was a quick visitation video. Give you some kind of insight on what visitation's like. If you got people who come see you on a regular basis while you're locked up, that's probably one of the best things that can happen, because that's the best time you get with your people, your family. So yeah, man, if you can be there for somebody and go visit them and actually go check up on them and be at visitation and sit down, get some snacks out the vending machine for them, they'll appreciate that. And they do offer like board games and cards and stuff that you can play with your people while you're on visitation too. So that's another thing that you can be doing while you're on visitation. But that's about it, man. Eating snacks, chilling with your people, and just enjoying the time and counting down your days. That's all you do on visit. But yeah, what I need you to do for me is visit that like button, and then also visit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the content like this. But if you don't want to do neither one, you don't have to. We're not biased on this channel. All we do ask you to do, though, is make sure that you bless somebody today, because I promise you I'm going to bless somebody tomorrow. At this point in time, your boy Tay, I'm out.